Good day, sir. Today I'm going to discuss about what is maritime environment. So, maritime environment means the sea, coast, beach, water masses, and environmental resources. Environmental resources means naturally occurring natural biotic and abiotic components, which can include one or more species, biotypes, or habitats in their maritime environment. What are the major sources of maritime pollution and its impact, hazard to human, animal, and shipping industry? Plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues as rapidly increasing production of disposable plastics products overwhelms the world's ability to deal with them. Plastic pollution is the most visible in developing Asian and African nations, where garbage collection systems are often efficiently or non-existent. Many animals was killed because of plastic, from bird to fish. Actually, 700 species dies every year. Next is explain Marpol Convention history when it was adopted and entered into force and its objectives, including all the regulations of Marpol Annexes 1 to 6. So let's go back to the history. The, the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, MARPOL, is the main international convention covering prevention of pollution of maritime environment by ships from operational or accidental cases. MARPOL Convention was adopted in November 2, 1972 at IMO. The, the protocol was adopted in response to the spate of tanker accident in 1976-1977. In 1975, MARPOL Protocol absorbed the parent convention. The combined instrument entered into force on October 2, 1983. In 1997, a protocol was adopted to amend the convention and new Annex 6 was entered into force on May 19, 2005. Annex 1, Regulation for the Prevention of Pollution by Oil, entered into force October 2, 1983, covers prevention of pollution of oil from operational or accidental discharges. The 1992 amendments of Annex 1 made it mandatory for new oil tankers to have double hull and brought it into phase-in schedule for existing tankers. It fit double hulls, which was subsequently reserved in 2001-2003. Annex 2, Regulation for Control of Pollution by Noxious Liquid Substance (BAL), entered into force October 2, 1983. Details the discharge criteria of measure for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substance carried BAL. Some 250 substances were evaluated and included in the list of appended to convention. The discharge of the residues is allowed only to reception facilities until certain concentration and condition and applied with no discharge of residues containing service liquid substance of is permitted 12 nautical miles from the nearest land. Annex 3, Prevention of Pollution by Harmful Substance Carried by Sea in Package Form, entered into force July 1, 1992, contains general requirements for the issuing of detailed standards on packing, marking, labeling, documentations, stowage, quantity, limitation, expectation. Annex 4, Prevention of Pollution by Sewage from Ship, entered into force September 27, 2003, contains requirements to control pollution of the sewage. The discharge of sewage into the sea prohibited except when the ship has in operation an approved sewage treatment plants or when the ship is discharging comminuted and disinfected sewage using an approved system at the distance of more nautical miles from the nearest land. Sewage is not contaminated or disinfected has discharged at the distance of more than 12 nautical miles from the nearest land. Annex 5. Prevention pollution by garbage from ships. Entered into force December 31, 1988. Deals with different types of garbage and specifies the distance from the land and the manner of the manner in which they may be disposed of. The most important features of the annex is complete complete ban imposed on the disposal into the sea of all forms of plastics. Annex 6 Prevention of Air Pollution from Ship entered into force May 19, 2005. Sets limit on sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide emission from the ship exhaust and prohibited deliberate emissions from one depleting substance. Distinguished emission control areas sets more stringent standards for NOx and particulate matter. A chapter adopted in 2001 covers mandatory technical and operational energy efficiency measures aimed to reducing greenhouse gas emission from ships.